So good morning everyone. My name is B. Kashinath, working as senior lecturer in electronics and communication engineering, working at Government Polytechnic Sangareddy, and subject is electronic measuring instrument, and the subject code is 18EC504, and it comes under the elective subject. And the subject topic is fifth chapter signal generators. In that subtopic is specifications and applications of the RF signal generator. So recap. So we have discussed about the signal generator. What are the requirements of the signal generators? So what is the basic blocks in signal generators? And basic blocks are oscillator and amplitude attenuators. And what are the requirements? And whatever the and the working and explanation of the AFO AFO oscillator, that is the audio frequency, sine wave and square wave signal generator, and front panel controls and specifications of AFO. And we have discussed about the function generator and its working and block diagram, and we have discussed about the applications of the AFO and function generator, and we have discussed about the working of RF signal generator basic block diagram and functional block diagram of RF signal generator. So that is the types of waveform generated by signal generators. That is, AFO is generating the sine wave and square wave, whereas RF function generator is generating the sine wave and square wave, triangular wave and sawtooth waveform, and RF signal generator is generating the sine wave of different frequencies ranging from few kilohertz to several megahertz. So we are having different frequency bands. So AF is for generating the different waves in the 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, and RF signal is from uh, 10 kilohertz to several megahertz. We are generating the sine wave of different frequencies. So we have discussed about the RF signal generator. So in this class, we are going to discuss about the specifications of the RF signal generators and applications of the RF signal generator. So what is RF signal generator? Which generates the sinusoidal output at a frequency from 100 kilohertz to 100 megahertz. So several kilohertz to several megahertz, we are generating the sinusoidal output. So what are the basic blocks that we have already discussed? So simple briefly I am again writing. So we will be having the basic block of RF oscillator and amplifier, calibrated attenuator and output level meter. RF oscillator is used for selecting the frequency and frequency range selection and getting the final frequency output, and the amplifier is responsible for whatever the signal that is getting from the oscillator that has to be amplified. That is the purpose of the amplifier. And calibrated attenuator purpose is to whatever the output voltage that levels has to be attenuated, means calibrated, such that every time the frequency changes, it has to be calibrated, means it has to reset to the calibrated point on the calibrated attenuator. And output level meter is to display the whatever the value that comes to the output of the amplitude, and it is in conjunction with the set that it is attenuates the output levels. It attenuates the output. It uh, attenuates the output levels, and finally the output is available at the final output, that is the sine wave of different frequencies of the RF signal generator. And we are adding the internal and external AM source at the stage of amplifier, and internal FM or external FM at the RF oscillator stage, such that we can generate the AM and FM waves, amplitude modulated and frequency modulated waveforms from this RF signal generator. So this is how RF signal generator looks like. And we are going for the specifications and the output frequency. First one is output frequency. We can generate the different frequencies, that is from 0.15 megahertz, that is 15 kilohertz. From 15 kilohertz we can write it as from 0.15 megahertz to the 50 megahertz. Already we have discussed what is specifications. So specifications are given by the manufacturer. Safety ratings, how we have to operate the equipment in the typical conditions, in the operating conditions of the instrument specified by the manufacturer, to ensure that the safety and precautionary work is taking place, and that is safety for the user who is going to operate the equipment, and also it is for the safe working of the instrument also. So whatever first specification of the RF signal generator is the output frequency available is 0.15 megahertz to 50 megahertz, and frequency error, we can have the frequency error of less than 1%. So if it is, we are generating a signal frequency of 10 megahertz, means it is generating the 10 megahertz with a frequency error of 1%, means it can generate up to 10.1% or 9.9%, that is 9.9 megahertz to 10.1 megahertz, that is frequency error acceptable is less than 1%. And the output impedance of the RF signal generator is 75 ohms, and the output voltage available across the RF signal generator is 50 millivolts. Out amplitude modulation is that is mu percent, that we have already known. In the case of the amplitude modulation, depth of 30%, that is modulation index of 30%. If it is for internal by internal 1 kilohertz modulated carriers, if you are using. For external, that is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Next, external modulation frequency is 0 to 5 kilohertz. And next, going for the applications of RF signal generator, it is used for testing of the amplifier response. It is used for testing of the amplifier response, and it is used for alignment of the radio and television receivers. So almost similar applications we are seeing, like function generator. Here also we are seeing the, for high frequencies we are using this RF signal generator, testing of the amplifier response and alignment of radio and television receivers, troubleshooting and checking various instruments in the laboratories, and it is also used in our educational institutions, and it is also used for generation of AM and FM waves, amplitude modulation and frequency modulated waveforms. So how we are generating, so this simply looks the how we are generating the AM and FM waveforms using the RF signal generator. So RF signal detector, how it look like, so different levels and power indicator. Summary. So RF signal generator is an instrument which can generate the various RF voltages. So it is used for alignment of radio and television receivers, and it is used for generation of amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. So simple quiz here. Output impedance of RF signal generator is how much? So from the specifications, output impedance of RF signal generator is 75 ohms. Frequency error acceptable in RF signal generator is, so it is less than 1%. And different questions that can be asked in this session is, what is an RF signal generator, and second one is list the specifications of RF signal generator, and what are the applications of RF signal generator.